and good evening. How are you? I know it's late, but I jumped down the Stardew Valley rabbit hole and there was no stopping me. So I'm a little late to the table. It was for good reason, though, because I saw Foodie's latest live stream called Raging in KFC. I took a look at it, I did peek at it, and some of it was clickbait. It was clickbait because Foodie, she called it a rage. She clickbaited and said it was a rage, but it wasn't a real rage. It was more of her being annoyed or acting annoyed, but it wasn't a true rage. Because when I think of being in a rage, I think of someone that they are going completely off without stopping. But during this live stream, Foodie would act annoyed, say nasty things, and then pause and eat. Say some more nasty things, pause and eat. I'm sorry, if you're really angry, you're not going to pause for anything. It's just you're filled with anger and it's got to come out. But that was not her. But nevertheless, she said some really awful things anyway. So anybody who has been watching the goings on with Foodie Beauty today, then you know that she did a lot of community posts today talking about different reactors. I have some thoughts on that. If you don't mind, I'd like to share them with you. I think that Foodie going after the reactors, it could be one of several reasons or all of the reasons. Number one, because her views are lacking and she needs money. She's over in Kuwait right now, and we all know that Salah is around for the dollar bill. So she has to make a lot of money to keep him happy. So she's not one for making interesting or creative content. The only thing she knows how to do to make money is to tick people off. So that's exactly what she's doing. She's tipping people off. Not just the reactors that she talks about, but anybody that supports the reactors. So that's reason number one. Reason number two, my opinion, I think it's because she wants the reaction channels to talk about her. She wants someone to fight with. So in order to get a fight going, you got to start the fight sometimes, which is the case with Foodie. You know, she wants as many reaction channels talking about her as possible because when we don't talk about her, then she just doesn't make money. She just likes ticking people off. Reason number three, because Foodie, she gets a lot of hate super chats when she makes people angry. People get mad at Foodie and they don't stop and think about what they're doing. They get mad at her and they send her money because they've got something to say. And they think by sending a hateful super chat with something in it, excuse me, that it's going to upset her or something. And trust me, it won't. Pardon me, I am so sorry. So in essence, she's trying to get those hate super chats going by being as hateful and as offensive as possible. So just trying to kicking the hornet's nest, drumming up controversy, making people angry. It's all for a purpose. Also, another reason, this is deflection, y'all. What's going on right now is deflection because she is in hot water with the way she treated BBJ. Everybody who's been following everything, you know that BBJ was her cat and she was badly, badly, badly neglected. She had another cat, Sam, who was also neglected, not to the extent of BBJ, but BBJ's nails were growing up under her foot pads. She has hyperthyroidism. No, excuse me, I want to say diabetes, but that's not correct. Hyperthyroidism, yes. I'm trying to remember everything. There were so many things. It's so sad. There were so many things. Arthritis, uh, dirty ears, I forget everything else that was going on with her, but oh, UTI, yes, that was an issue as well. There were just so many things. It's so sad that there were so many things I can't remember them all. But all of those things have come to light, and there might be more that might come out. All of those things that I've just named, they are treatable and they are manageable. But Foodie, she had it set in her mind what she was going to do, that she was going to let BBJ meet her final end, so to speak. You know, she was very locked onto that. And she's doubled down on that ever since. So she knows she's in hot water with that, because if there's one thing that people will not stand for is people mistreating animals. So her coming after the reactors, I feel it's just a deflection tactic of let me make everybody angry and uh, throw some dirt on the reactors if possible to keep people from paying attention to what I've done. So all of those reasons could be the reason why she's acting this way, or none of the reasons could be the reason. She's also cranky and annoyed, also my opinion, because things are not going so well between her and Sala. And she's taking it out on people. That seems to be a habit that she has. But let me just go ahead and show you some stuff on Twitter, and then we'll get into her 2 hour live streams. And no, I'm not going to be here for the 2 hours. I absolutely refuse. I've got things to do. I know that all of you have things to do. We ain't got time for all that, do we? Nah, nah, not really. So let's just get on with this doggone thing, shall we? All right. So, so there's my Twitter. All right. I just wanted to share some quick stuff on Twitter before we get into the ridiculous, faux, fake live stream. So this is from Future Becky. She says Chantal is that annoying girl at the bar who is constantly running her mouth and forcing her boyfriend into fights where he's just trying to chill and play pool. When I read that, I was laughing because that is so true. That is so her. She is that woman that goes to a bar and is just so in need of attention and to feel important, that constantly just trying to get the boyfriend into the fight, and the boyfriend just trying to play pool and chill out and have a beer, and she just ain't having it. So let's watch the clip from Future Becky.
Honestly, I'd love one of those incels to come here and stand in front of Salah. I'd love it. I'd love them to insult me in front of Salah. I'd love it.
You know what the funny part is, Chantal? Here is like the punchline to that joke. You want to hear it? I'll give you the punchline. I'm not a comedian, but I'll give you the punchline. The punchline is you're over there saying that Salah would defend your honor when he has absolutely, positively insulted you to your face. And you've giggled and you've not said a word. I remember some of the first live streams you did with him. He said on live stream that he wanted you to lose weight. He told everybody he wasn't happy with your weight. You weren't happy hearing that, but that's what he said. And he has pinched your cheeks. That's not exactly a compliment. I mean, he's done so many things. The way he looks at you, even just the recent live streams when you've been back in Kuwait for round two, he looks annoyed already. You haven't even been there a week and he looks annoyed. So you're thinking that Salah is going to be the guy that's going to defend you? No, ma'am. No. He insults you to your face and you say nothing.
Come to Kuwait, incels. Honestly, I'd love one of those incels to come here and stand in.
Okay, shut up. I'm done with you. I'm done with this clip anyway. This is Chantal like, my man's gonna come and beat you up. Really? With what? Those fake nunchucks that look like they came from the dollar store. Those cheap boxing gloves. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? He ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing. And you know what? He shouldn't do anything. You're the one running your mouth and acting all buck. Don't run the mouth unless you can back it up, mama. Okay. So this is from Chantal's deleted comments saying she took the ring off after her and Salah said goodbyes because she is now a registered Muslim. It is illegal and an arrestable offense to travel without a male. I don't know if that's true, but I thought that was interesting. Anybody who is in my audience, if you are a Muslim, if you can confirm that to be true or not true, I would definitely appreciate it. I like to be educated on things. Those of you that know better, can you please educate me? Okay, this is funny. So Harry the hamster bit Chantal. Let's watch.
Oh, ow.
That's what you get for owning a pet. See, all animals know you got bad energy. They don't want nothing to do with you. Your mom's dog Buster don't like you. You were absolutely awful to your cats, and now your hamster is biting you. And I'm loving it.
Ow, ow. Ow, ow.
I'm sorry, I just have to watch that a couple of more times. Okay, that was from Cancer Warrior. Thank you, Cancer Warrior. Oh, and I guess that's it for Twitter for now. So let's go over to the live stream. Pardon me while I switch screens. Excuse me, my throat is just acting up today. All right, so there's the live stream. And for those of you that are here for the rage stream, I'm just going to let you know this is not a true rage. Because like I said, when you're raging, like really raging, you are just letting it all go. You're not even thinking about what you're saying. It's just coming out of your mouth. And you're like a freight train just rushing through everything. Not her. Not her. She's far too controlled for a real rage. And she's eating, and when she's eating, she's soothing herself. You know, like she uses food to medicate, to soothe herself, to calm herself down. So if you're doing that, how can you really rage? But let's listen anyway, and let me just go ahead and give my thoughts.
You don't miss the blue couch? Okay, what's the difference between why are people so obsessed where I do my live streams? Not the blue couch again. Number one, you don't have to watch it. Hey, Glam Gal. So if you're complaining about my content but you're still watching it, you have no right to. So shut it, okay?
You know why I'm watching? I am watching, and I'm reacting for two reasons, Foodie. Because I'm here for dessert. The dessert called karma. And I know it's coming. As a matter of fact, it's already arrived. It just got off the plane. And it's coming through the terminal. That's right. And it's coming straight at you. You're already feeling the effects of it. You're in Kuwait. You're not happy. Been doing nothing but raging since you got there. Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Do you feel that cold draft behind you? That's karma walking up behind you. She's on the way. Yeah. She's got your number. She's got the address, and she's on the way. Mm-hmm. Yep. She's getting the taxi right now to come see you. Be ready for her. I'm here for that. I mean, I'm here to watch that. I'm just here with my cold drinks and my popcorn, and I'm gonna watch, and I'm reacting to you. So those that are interested in your content, that have been watching you for a while and seeing you act offensive and be offensive, they get dessert too, and they get to watch you without actually giving you a view. Yeah. So there's that. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for dessert. I got a sweet tooth. Feed it.
Thank you. Number one. Oh, I started eating the strips before you guys because I was so hungry. What's the difference between? Do you want me to get a pink couch or something, or what? Or do you want me to turn my cam off and sit on a smoky couch, pretending I'm somewhere else? I don't know. None of us are perfect. Yeah, you know. Why did I come for Breezy? Because she's pathetic. She sits there acting self-righteous in her little baby voice when she has a criminal record abusing elderly people. Do I? No, but I'm vile. A neutral color?
Foodie, the only reason why you don't have a criminal record is because you've done many things and you haven't been caught yet. That's a fact. Driving while intoxicated, driving recklessly, doing dangerous, distracted driving. You've done many things that could have gotten you locked up. You just haven't been caught yet. And I stress the word yet. You've been running around acting like you're untouchable. Let me tell you something. Everybody's touchable. Everybody. As I said before, you can get away with some things some of the time, but not everything all the time. And eventually you got to pay your debts, not just the financial ones.
We don't do neutral around here, Howie. Just ignore them. JJ, oh how I try. Hey, chokes. Ew. That's from South Park. I love that color blue. You're an elderly people. We're doing an apartment tour one of these days. Write a song about just boozing. I need to start writing. Yeah. Address your 100 questions.
So it looks like you're catering to the feeders again, Foodie. You're back to, you never stopped your old habits, but this is confirmation that you're keeping them up. You're back to catering to the feeders, eating large amounts of food and showing off the food to the camera. Oh, look, feeders, look at all the food that I'm eating. Catering to those feeders. You're so quick to grab at cash, and you never stop to think about the true cost of what you're doing. You always have to pay for what you do. You realize that, right? You have to pay for what you do. If you abuse your body with food, you're going to have to pay on that later.
Questions in 1 second. You have to wait for the house tour, Flop Arrow. All right. You guys know. I know I'm really stressed out from you people. Hi, Blacks.
So you're stressed out. You're giving yourself a reason to eat incorrectly. I'm stressed out, therefore I should eat food, and that's proper medication for what's wrong. No, it's not. Just by you saying that, just with that statement alone, that tells me that your problem with food is it's full on. You're not backing down from it. You're giving yourself a reason to continue. When you have an addiction and you're looking for a reason to continue the addiction, you will find a reason. You'll justify it somehow mentally, emotionally. Oh, I'm stressed out, therefore I have to eat. What does food have to do with stress? How does food soothe your stress? Food is a physical thing. Stress is a mental, emotional thing. The two are not related. One does not soothe the other. But somehow in your mind, you bridge the two, like one is connected to the other. No, they're not. You just made a bridge that doesn't really exist. And I say that as someone that I had a problem with food. So I know how it goes, Foodie. It's stupid. If there's something emotional or mental or psychological going on, something physical like food is not going to help.
And I'm hungry. I had a long nap. I was being so crabby. I'm like, I need a nap. Breezy beat her grandfather down with his steel chair. What? I don't know the details, but...
I'm just going to say it like this as far as problems with food. Trying to use food to soothe yourself from something emotional or psychological or mental, that to me is on par with, say, someone having a headache and putting on a heating rub on their foot. You're putting heating rub on your foot, which is supposed to work with relaxing your foot, and you're trying to use it to treat a headache. One thing does not treat everything.
And I don't know how much to trust your information, guys, but it's not a poutine. It's jalapeno cheese fries. Mm.
And the fact that you're eating like this and Sala is saying nothing, that tells me everything. That he doesn't care about you. You're 500 pounds and you're sitting there stuffing yourself full of food and he's saying nothing. He's just letting you do it. He's indifferent to it. You know why he's indifferent? Because he doesn't care. If he cared about you, if he cared about your health, he would say something. But the fact that he's leaving you alone to do this, that is such a I don't care because am not emotionally attached or involved with this person. That they can remove themselves from the person in the situation.
Blocks, there's KFC here. Mm. Yeah, they have a lot of American chain restaurants. Monty has already jumped on, of course. What are you doing? What else is he doing? Sitting around polishing his shoes, waiting for me to go live, and then he puts on his Coke bottles and goes, "Oh, foodie beauties." Let's do impersonations today. Makes me happy.
Okay, you know what? Just by this one VIB chat alone, it makes me shake my head. This person, Tiffany, says, Chantal, I'm so proud of the change you made. And you and Sala are so happy. Wish nothing but the best for both of you. Always here for you. Tiffany, I don't know you. Are you new to Chantal? I'll give you a pass if you're new to Chantal. Big question. What change has she made? Serious question. What change has she made? She was a complete mess in Canada. She's a mess in Kuwait. She's changed nothing. She hasn't even changed her clothes. She's wearing the same clothes that she had on for the last 3 days. She can't even change her clothes, much less her personality or changing herself as a person inside. She has changed nothing. She may have changed where she's broadcasting, but as far as the important changes, no real changes that would matter have occurred.
Tiffany, 21 months. I'm so proud of the change you made. You and Sala are so happy. Wish nothing but the best for both of you. Always here for you. Thank you, Tiffany. Ready, set, ready. Not from us. What do we do? No, no, no. No, I don't mean it that, Freya. He's waiting for his toe slip. Yeah, exactly. Is there Thai food? I don't know. Actually, there must be. There must be. What? Where are you gonna have your Thai food from? What's your favorite Thai food?
Oh my goodness. So she had all those chili fries and then she's got that big, I can. I can just have that sandwich and fill me up all day. Where does it all go, Chantal? You are an eating machine. I'm telling you, you missed your true calling. You could have entered into food eating competitions and won trophies, girl. I'm telling you, like it's astonishing to watch you eat. It's gross to watch you eat, but if you just look at this and go, where does it all go, man?
Big filler. Dear Dream member for 1 month. Yella. Welcome. Ready, set, ready.
Like that right there, like just that container alone, I'd maybe eat like a quarter of that and be done. Because okay, so she's got the sandwich, carbs, the fries, more carbs. I mean, she carb loads. For what? She doesn't do anything. You know, carbs are what your body uses for energy. And she's not a lumberjack or a construction worker or someone who does heavy labor. She does not need that many freaking carbs.
Okay. And just saying, I saw your thumbnail of I can't stop eating at the airport. How do you like being abused by your friend who has 800 chins? And you're going to talk about me stop eating? Tell your friend to cam up and show her gullet. And then you can talk about me eating, okay?
Why don't you cam up without the filters? I dare you. I double dog dare you. With cherries on top. Cam up, show your real self without all the filters. Bet you won't do it. You know, like your filters are your living avatar. You get on the reactors for not coming on camera and showing their faces, although many have shown their faces. But you won't come on camera being your real self.
God, the nerve of people. Sarah Jane has the nerve to fat shame me. Woman, your entire sad life, your excitement in your life consists of teaming up with Farida Yani and going live to fat shame a woman who's smaller than you and prettier than you for hours. Hours. No.
Chantal, if you're so pretty, if you have the pretty privilege, why is it, ma'am, that the last several men that you've talked about, that you've been involved with, you've had to pay them to spend time with you? If you truly had the pretty privilege, wouldn't it be the other way around? Wouldn't they be paying for you, buying you roses, buying you dinner, paying for trips, all that sort of thing? Yeah, I think so. You know, that would be considered pretty privilege, I guess. But it's the other way around with you. You have to pay the men that you're with, including Sala. You have to give him money. So what's going on with that pretty privilege? It doesn't seem to be working for you.
Uh-uh. I don't get it. Yeah, I know, Howie. Hey, P&V. They are so good. I was craving these fries. And like when I woke up, I thought of the fries right away.
Okay. Little something for my audience. When you're a person and you have a problem with something, whether it's chemicals or food, you'll use that word crave to give yourself permission to do it. Because when you crave something, it doesn't sound that bad. You'll use that kind of language with yourself. Oh, I was craving it, therefore it's not that bad, therefore I should go ahead and do it. And she just used that language. I was craving it. When you use the word crave, you're giving yourself permission to do something you really shouldn't be doing.
Wait. I'm fat. I love food. We know this. Get over it. You're all fat too. Okay? You wish you had these fries. Sarah Jane.
No, not really. They don't look that great. And whoever's watching this video, whatever your body type is, whatever size you are, love yourself. There are pretty people who are bigger. There are pretty people who are smaller. But pretty isn't just about the skin. It's about the soul inside the skin. It's about who you are inside. And you know what, Chantal? Even if you were, let's just say 120 pounds or 150 pounds, even if you were much smaller physically than you are now, you would still be an ugly person. You've got an ugly personality. You're nasty to people. You're mean. You're vulgar. You're offensive. As a matter of fact, if you were 150 pounds, you would be intolerable. See, here's the irony of you. You know, you are a woman of a bigger size, but if you were a woman of a smaller size, I am of the opinion that you would be one of those women that you would be fat shaming other women and men too. It's just that you are of a bigger size, so anybody that's smaller around you, you don't like them. But if the reverse were true, you'd be hating on people much bigger and looking down on them. You know you would.
Jane, you wish you had these. But instead, actually, she has like a whole series of mukbang stuffing her face, and she has the nerve. Like, where do people come off? I don't get it. Yes, all the food is halal here, all of it. Tinky Winky. Oh, goodbye, Tinky Winky. See ya. Go give that same energy to those losers who are Christian. Hi, BBW Layla. Who are Christian, like Farida and what's her face, and have the nerve to call me out on my morality. Stuff it. Stuff a big filler in it. I'm tired of you people shaming me for reacting to bullying and harassment. I don't give a shit anymore. I'll do what I want. Hi, Sanella. Of course she's ashamed to show herself. Why wouldn't she be on camera? All of you are gutless.
You're gutless. You won't come on camera without a bunch of filters. You want to know why? Here's the simple truth, because you know you're gaining weight rapidly and you're trying to find more and more ways to hide it by wearing the abaya, by wearing the hijab, by using the face filters, by wearing bigger and bigger clothing, just trying desperately to hide how much weight you're gaining. And yet, it's weird. You're gaining the weight, you're not happy with that, but yet you just won't take the steps to lose the weight or keep yourself from gaining more. You just focus entirely on hiding what's going on, even though it's not working, because the abayas that you wear are skin tight. They're supposed to be loose and flowing. They're not. They cling to you because they're entirely too small.
Golden girl. Please keep filtering the photos. I like how mad it makes the haters. Literally, go on Instagram. There's not a successful Instagram person. The majority of them are filtered to the max. More than I can ever be filtered. Look at the filters they have on TikTok now. Look at that bold glamour filter. Glam gal. Thank you. Okay, 420 B's ago was funny. Yeah, let's impersonate people today and have fun at their expense for a change.
Yeah, because gossiping and being hateful is a thing that you do when you're Muslim, right, Chantal? No, it's not. That's why I say you should take off the abaya and take off the hijab out of respect for those who are Muslim, those of the Muslim faith, if you're going to act that way. Just stop disrespecting those people. Those people that are Muslim and have that faith. Quit disrespecting them by acting this way, especially after taking the shahada. You're supposed to be a newly reverted Muslim woman, but yet you have yet to act as if you're learning anything or you're in touch with your spiritual self.
I'll repent later. What is this? Ew, there's like a slimy thing on my chicken. It's like chicken skin. وعليكم السلام سنة. Impersonate. I'm not. DC is the person who annoys me least in this whole community, honestly. I can't impersonate Martin Luther King Jr. I want to impersonate crappy people.
Impersonate yourself then.
You know what I mean? Influencers, celebrities, YouTube use filters. Yeah. Some of you should use more.
You know, Chantal, I'm not trying to be mean, but you're getting to the point where the filters aren't working anymore. The abayas can't hide your weight gain anymore. I mean, you're doing everything in the world to hide just how large you're getting. But it's going to get to a point where the abayas won't be able to help any longer. The filters can't help any longer. You know, you can't hide it for much longer.
Did you see the DC Media Girl documentary? No. There's one about me too.
Yeah, Canadian Horror Story.
Made by an incel. Use the Bahamas by Bryant filter. What is that? I don't know any of these things. You guys know more about filters. I use one. Like, I think my Samsung.
Okay, a little side like subfolder issue. For those who do not know, SJam did a stream last night, a 12-hour stream. and he was intoxicated, and he was talking about an ex-girlfriend. He was also talking about Foodie Beauty, and he talked about how she smelled. I'll give you a brief rundown, real quick. He said that in the beginning that she smelled good, like she was just bathed in perfume, but then he started noticing like she smelled bad beneath the perfume. So he was talking about Foodie. He got rid of the stream after he was done, but yeah, it was a big, huge mess.
Filters on slightly smoothing. Big deal.
If you left out the contour filter, yes, you have a skin smoothing filter on. You have the contour filter on. You also have the big eye filter. You've got at least 3 or 4 at work right
now. She has Botox. SJM had a drunk rage. What else is new? Some of you would have loved her and say, some of us, you should use more filters. I'm dead. Who's SJM? Some sad, lonely guy with bitch tits who just does nothing with his life. Thank you, Golden Girl. The blue window.
SJM was your best buddy when he was giving you thousands of dollars in super chats. You couldn't wait for him to come into the room, intoxicated or not, because he would always throw big money at you. But the moment he went broke, you had no time for him.
There's nothing in there, honestly. It's just a window to nothing. I'll show you guys Howie. It's so spicy. Just let me pig out and finish my food. Sanella, no.
I know that was really slight, and you guys probably missed it, but when she took that long breath and she exhaled, I'm not trying to trigger anybody, but that when you do that long exhale, that means you're full. That means you're full. So whatever she's eating, she's full, but she's going to wait a few minutes and then go back to eating more, because that's what you do when you got a problem with food. See, her problem with food in Kuwait, it's not going to be over. It's not even close to being over. She's without her other vices that she had back in Canada. Chantal, you better be careful, because you're going to be bedbound in about 3 months if you don't watch it. And Salah will not take care of you. I don't know if that's your plan, to get bedbound and he could just wait on you hand and foot. It ain't going to happen.
It's really so repetitive. Same accusations and insults over and over again. Okay, what are some accusations when I first met Salah that we can debunk right now? None of it happened. And they're still talking for nothing. He's scamming you to come to Canada. Really? We're not coming to Canada. So what now? What now?
What now? He's scamming you out of money. How about that? How about that? What now? Look at that face. Look at that smug face. You know what? That's a great face. I have to admit, that is a great face. I think that is a face worthy of a thumbnail. What do you guys think? Let me just go ahead and, I love photography, and that's just a great face. Yeah, it is. But that is the what now, Foodie. The what now is he wanted to come to Canada. And of course, because you know that you're not gonna let him come to Canada, because there's a lot more freedom in Canada and a lot more people and a lot of pretty women. You're not gonna have that. So he wants to come to Canada. So of course you don't want him to come to Canada. You want him to stay in Kuwait, where you can keep an eye on him and there's a lot more restriction. So you'll be visiting different places, so you said, but you're not going to allow him to be in a place where he's got all kinds of freedom, because you know what's going to happen if he gets it. He will ditch you. So just because he's not coming to Canada doesn't mean he's not going to dump you like a bad habit once he gets what he wants.
Like, for money. I don't have money.
Not right now, but you're going to have the YouTube paycheck. He's sticking around for that paycheck. He ain't stupid.
So what now? Do you honestly go have a look at the picture of Sarah Jane, and she's the one. They're the ones saying I can't get a man. My man doesn't love me. Where's yours? My upbringing is ugly. Where's yours? Yeah, have several seats. Thank you.
She thinks that by flexing that gaudy gold Avon looking ring, that's a flex. Foodie, I've had more than one gold ring on my third finger. Okay, I've been married twice. And guess what? One of the rings had a diamond in it. Ooh. Had a diamond in it. Actually had a few. Who cares though? I mean, a ring is a ring. It's not the ring that matters. It's the person you're with and the relationship you have. That's where the real gold is. If you've got a partner that loves you, that is your mate, that is the real gold. That is the real treasure, not some symbol on your finger. The symbol only means something if the relationship does. And your relationship is a scam. It's phony. It's as phony as your ring, girl. Oh, look, I got a husband. I got a ring. Yeah, and you paid for both of them. And just as you paid for them, you're going to lose them. So bye with all that.
Does KFC make your stomach hurt? The pot pie is the only thing I can eat. There's pot pie there? We don't have pot pie here. The KFC here doesn't make my stomach hurt. In Canada, yeah. It's like a different breading they use here. Different oil, too. Yeah, blacks. But I want to try the pot pie.
Maybe the KFC wouldn't hurt your stomach if you didn't eat so much of it. You ever think about that? Maybe it's the quantity of food that you eat, not the quality. I've eaten KFC before, never had a problem with my stomach. Maybe the reason you've got problems with yours is because you just eat so doggone much and you won't stop eating.
People accuse you of grooming Stella. Because they're dumb, Flop. They claim you were broke, then claim you pay off everyone. It makes no sense. Yeah, which one is it? Whichever one suits their narrative at the time.
Maybe she went broke because she paid off everybody. Maybe that's a working theory.
Grooming. What does that even mean? People just throw out words that they hear other people say. Scam business how? That bubble tea video was complete BS because it's not even accurate at all. Number one, he doesn't even deliver. You can't even order his products online. So that's BS.
You know, as far as bubble tea's video, just a little thing that I found interesting. So the business started out with them selling perfume in spray bottles, which I thought was just weird. But it's interesting how the business has switched from perfume and body sprays to soap. Because Murad recently talked about switching it to soap. Isn't that something? Starting off with perfume, ended up with soap. How do we even get here?
So wrong company.
I wonder if because the business with the perfume, body spray, whatever it was, got exposed, they decided to do another product.
Everything they say is false. Every single thing.
Everything? Just like your story about lying about losing your ring? See, you call us liars, but then just recently you confessed to lying and confessing that you did lie to your audience. So how can they trust you since you're a liar? You lie when you don't have to.
lies that you're believing and eating up. You could have $1 million ring, exactly. Can't be broken. Pay off, people. Take your pick, exactly. Chokes on, Miss Chokes on Dick. I love it. It looks like FFG. Hi, Twice Divorced. Howie. Yeah, the KFC is in Canada is different. I really can't stomach the haters of cruel comments. Thank you, Ramona. Mm-hmm. Stan. I mean, for example, we literally went out desert beezing, had a fun time, didn't talk about anybody. Sarah and Jane, for example, or Jabba the Hutt, had to go and like take a body picture of me and fat shame me. Like, how old are you? Like, your mother would be so ashamed of who you are. Like, she did a terrible job with you. You're disgusting.
You know, Chantal, I've seen many pictures of you on Twitter. And all like a lot of the pictures that I saw came from the video that you did. They were just screenshots. So be mad at yourself. It wasn't like these people that are showing these shots, they were like sneaking up to your car and taking pictures without your knowledge. They were just screenshots from the video that you provided. So be mad at yourself. You showed that. People got a right to screenshot anything they want.
Fat shaming other women when you're like 800 pounds yourself? Really? I guess I'm fat shaming you to make a point.
What point is that?
Actually, I don't care if you're 800 pounds. I'll never shame somebody for being 800 pounds. But
You just did.
do not come for me when you're heavier or just as heavy or whatever. Like,
Chantal, you make no sense. You say, if you're just as heavy as me, you can't say anything about my weight. If somebody's smaller, they can't say anything about your weight. By your logic, nobody can say anything to you about your weight. Yet you, as a woman of a bigger size, you can get on an airplane knowing that you're of a bigger size, knowing that you should buy 2 seats, and you opt to buy 1 seat, not caring if other people have to sit next to you for hours and they're going to be uncomfortable. So how rude is that? You basically want the whole world to revolve around you and cater to you, and you expect people to say nothing to you about your behavior.
give me a break. What kind of adults do this to each other? It's pathetic. It's ridiculous. Like, slow mentality. Ugh. I'm so glad to be away from that part of the world. People don't do that here. Like, people don't drag each other online. They have lives, they have families, which all you don't, apparently. Stan. We're dragging everybody, Stan. I know it's very hard to ignore these trolls, but you must. I know. But not today. Hearing your voice when you lost your ring broke my heart. I would panic and cry too, but I love that Salah already had another beautiful ring. I know when people are like, the ring you bought him. How do you know? Prove it. Prove it.
Because the guy doesn't work. What does he do all day? He doesn't have a job. So where is he getting the money to buy you a ring? He's in your chat all the time. And your words, Chantal, you said that the two of you talk all the time. We know how insecure and jealous you are. You said that you've got to call him every hour on the hour. And you probably call multiple times a day. So if that's true, if you're calling him every hour on the hour, starting from the moment that the poor guy gets up, when does he have time to work? When are you leaving him alone to work? He's got to deal with your phone calls every hour on the hour. You expect him to be in your chat modding, and sometimes you're on for hours. So what exactly is he doing for work? How would he be able to afford you a ring? You know you bought that yourself.
What? Who cares? What's it to you? Like, what's it to you? Who buys the ring? He bought it for me.
So that was basically an admission that she bought it.
Prove he didn't. So then shut it. You have no proof. So why even talk about it? Like it's so ridiculous. Oh my god. It's like every single man in the world is broke. Like no, like not every single person is
Well, we're following a pattern of behavior here. You bought your own ring when you wanted Natter to claim you. So why wouldn't you buy your own ring with Sala? You seem to pick men that are not financially stable, or if they are, they don't want to buy you a ring, and you just try to push and pressure them into a relationship and marriage. So you'll do pokey, pressury things by buying your own stuff and then trying to say that you're in a relationship with the dude. You know, it's patterns of behavior, Chantal, and you are a creature of habit.
crap, okay? And like, you know, like some people support their women, some people contribute to the relationship. I know it's a foreign concept for a lot of you, but it happens. Show the receipts under the business name. Exactly. Bubble tea is not good, like it tastes awful. Yeah, PP. I don't understand people's obsession with making up dumb crap about you guys. Especially Perfectly Imperfect. This woman with her 90s eyebrows and her miserable, like you can see when people are miserable, they're so ugly. Like if
You know, I'm so tired of you picking on the reactors. I'm just gonna, you know what, Chantal, you got Angry Bird eyebrows. How about that? Angry Bird eyebrows. Come for me. You're always picking on other people. You're always being mean. And I grew up being bullied in school. That's why I really don't like coming for looks, but you're just a mean, nasty person. You deserve a little bit of it back. You got them Angry Bird eyebrows. You need a hush talking about people's eyebrows.
FFG, look at her face. You can call me fat all you want, but at the end of the day, your misery, like me, yeah, I'm calling people out and I'm acting like a bitch right now. But when you come for me first, whatever. And her too, Perfectly Imperfect, that Deirdre lady, her face is so hideous. Like whenever, and T and Sass, all of them are ugly, 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 because they're hateful. Hate makes you ugly.
You're making no sense right here. You're making no sense to me. 1 minute you're saying these people are ugly, but then before that you were like, they all need to come on camera so you know how we look. So what is it? You don't know how we look, or you're insulting our looks? Like, which is it, Chantal? Is that the reason why you want us all to cam up so you can see how we look, so you'll find little things about us, try to pick us apart? Is that it? I think that's it. It's not about showing how courageous we are. It's about you want us to come on camera so you can find anything to say to be nasty.
I don't know anything about that, Stan. Who are these people? But you know what? Good for Ariel if she's calling that dingbat out. He has some nerve. I saw what he said about me. Screw him. Seriously. Who are these people and why are they reaching so far with these conspiracy theories? Freya, they're all mentally ill or like no, I'm not even I don't know what's wrong with them. They have the blackest souls. They're disgusting people. And
I'm going to say it again, my opinion. I think all of this poking at the reactors, kicking the hornet's nest, her being nasty, this is just deflection. Because as I said earlier, she is in hot water with the way she treated her pets. And the neglect of her pets is being exposed. A lot of it has been exposed already, and there might be more. Because not all the tests have come back. And she knows that there are animal lovers in her audience, that they might leave once they find out. So she's creating a deflection point. Let's talk about the reactors and how awful they are and point out how awful they are. And so everybody will forget about this other thing that has happened that makes me look awful.
I'm glad to be far away from their stalker behinds because you have issues if you're following somebody in public to take pictures of them walking down the street to fat shame them. What kind of human do you think that makes you? And you all sit here, make a whole community based on the fact that I'm vile.
You are. Sorry, but you are.
For what?
For neglecting your cats, for being vile, for doing the finger guns. I could sit here all night and describe each and every way that you're vile. But those who have been watching your content, they know how vile you are.
When everything that you do, beating elderly people, taking your mother shopping for lingerie, being 1,000 pounds yourself, where? How is there, like, how do people not recognize the hypocrisy? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's just, I don't get it. The camel bees. I want to go see that camel again. Big is beautiful, yeah. I know, Sarah.
Chantal, have you heard the old saying, two wrongs don't make a right? Even if somebody's awful, that does not excuse you're awful. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to excuse how awful you are, how vile you are, how feral you are. You're trying to use other people and what's going on with them to excuse yourself. Not going to work.
I'll never fat shame you unless you come after me first, and that's for me. I mean, I like I hold my tongue, and then like
No, you don't.
I feel like it's like taking a go to the washroom. You gotta like release it, just like, especially if I'm crabby. They're jealous. You are.
I don't know where she's getting this I hold my tongue thing because she's always got her mouth open, even to let garbage come out or put garbage in. I don't know what she means by holding her tongue.
A legend. Hmm. Well, for how pathetic I am, how boring my content's boring. So, but then people obsess over it. Like, watch, people are stream sniping right now my boring content. So, how boring is it that you have to spend hours talking about it? Really?
I'm here for dessert. That's it. The cats are safe. I'm happy about that. I'm so happy about that. I'm just here to watch Carmen go to work on you, and it won't take long. Sala is miserable with you. He's so miserable. We can all see it. You're miserable too. And I'm just here to watch the fireworks. That's it.
The camels were amazing. Did you see the camel hugging me? Oh my gosh. And then Perfectly Imperfect made a video of making a joke about me and the camel relationship. Like, how literally you're responsible for shaping the minds of young people in school. I hope I find where actually I hope I find where you work, because I'll be forwarding them all of your videos bullying.
Ma'am, do you realize what you just said? You're basically threatening somebody on your live stream. You're saying you're going to dox them. You're threatening their job. How dare you? How dare you? You can't do that. I don't care if you do have a YouTube channel. I don't care if you got 90 million subscribers. You can't do that. No, ma'am. No.
People, because I think they should know that you're responsible for shaping the minds of individuals, but on your free time you're bullying and fat shaming people.
You know what, Chantal? Before you make a move, here's something you should consider. You've had your YouTube channel taken from you once before. You might be walking on thin ice right now just by making these threats on your live stream. This is reportable, ma'am. And the only thing you have left is your paycheck. And if you lose your channel, there goes your paycheck and there goes Sala. You got nowhere else to go. You have no home anymore. You don't have your pets. If you lose your paycheck, where are you going to go? You might want to be careful with the things you're saying.
People and making disgusting jokes about them being with camels. Actually, the affection between me and the camel is probably more than you and your husband ever have, considering that you're so miserable online. It's very evident that you're not being touched.
Self-projection right there.
So go plug.
You know, I'm going to say something crude. Please forgive me, y'all. I'm going to say something crude, but it's true. So it has to be said. If you are a newlywed couple, and especially you've been separated for 3 months, and you just got back from being away from your new husband, you should not be out of the bedroom for at least 2 weeks. Like not answering phone calls, not answering the door. You shouldn't be out of your bedroom, period. End of. You should be spending time with your husband and catching up on things. That's right. like passionate, intimate couple time. The fact that she's sitting here raging, she's raging hardcore. Like it's tell where is the love? Where's the love in the relationship? Shouldn't they be spending time together? Shouldn't they be catching up on things? Oh, honey, I miss you so much. Let's spend some intimate time. Let's talk. Let's have a romantic evening, candlelight, all that stuff. No, she's not doing that. She just got back, and what is she doing? She's yelling and screaming at everybody else. Projection. So much projection going on right now. So much projection. You are so frustrated, Chantal. You are. You got that sexual frustration going on big time. And you're angry and you don't got your vices. Oh, you're a mess right now. And I love that for you.
Look your eyebrows and have a nice day. Okay, bye. They don't worth the spit in your mouth. I know. We're gonna do a lot in Kuwait. Don't worry, for sure. And I wish people who don't like it, then don't talk about it. Do your own vlogging. If you can do better, here's the challenge for all the hater channels. Challenge. Go do better. Go make vlogs instead of covering mine then and see where you get, okay? Go travel halfway across the world, experiencing a different country. Go do it. Go be happy. People are aware of their body shape and don't need to be. Yeah, I'm fat. I'm round. I'm not ashamed of it. So what?
You're not ashamed of it, then why do you work so hard to hide it with the slimming filters? I mean, if this is your truth, then live in your truth, Chantal. Stop living in a lie. Stop hiding behind filters and baggy clothing. Live in your truth. If you are what you are and you're not ashamed, you're completely comfortable with yourself, then live in that truth. But that's not the truth, is it? I mean, you lie about how much you weigh. You're always constantly hiding yourself. The camera angles and all that. You're not living in that truth that you're not proud of yourself. You're not.
Like, big deal. Do I have to be a stick figure to be gorgeous? My husband says no. I love how Yaba said you were hiding out at mom's house and you went live later that day in Kuwait. She's another hillbilly trash who has no idea what she's talking about. Another one who has children who like is a complete horrible bully online, has called other children the R word. Like it's ridiculous. The hypocrisy is ridiculous. You are entitled to be happy. Happy. Thank you, Zulega. BP, I have no idea who these people are. And this is why nobody cares about them when I rage about them, because nobody cares about them. They only care to go for somewhere to hate on me. It's so weird. For things that.
And you should stop and think about that, Foodie. Stop and think about that for just a minute. People go to the reaction channels to hate on you. That's what you just said. Stop and think about that statement. Ask yourself the question, why do people dislike you so much? Is it because of things you do, things you say? Yeah, it is. Consider the fact that you are just not likable, that you do hateful things, you say hateful things, you work hard at being offensive, and you are offensive. Maybe if you weren't so offensive, people wouldn't go to the reaction channels to vent their frustration because they can't do it on your channel. You lock down your chat to where only your enablers and feeders can talk in there. You put conversation behind a paywall. So what choice do people have except to go to the reaction channels when they get frustrated and angry with you? But the frustration and anger starts with you. So, you are the nucleus of it all. It starts with you, it ends with you.
Those people do worse. Monty claims you could be charged with neglect for your cats. Monty's an idiot. Didn't you hit your cat? Didn't you hit Martha? We all seen it. We all saw it. Seriously. How about you why don't you take your own advice? Cat neglect? Really? Give me a break. That's so tired, that story.
No, it ain't. It's not tired because it's still ongoing. This is not something that happened a year ago or 2 years ago. And even if it happened 2 years ago, it's still horrible, Chantal. It didn't have to happen. You could have been a good cat owner, taking care of your cats. You had the money, the time, the resources. There was no excuse for those cats being the way they were. None at all.
The only one abusing animals is FFG. Exploiting BBJ's health problems.
I'm stopping you right there. She is not exploiting the health problems. She's just reporting the health problems. If she wanted to exploit the health problems, she would take her as is and not go seek treatment. Because exploiting something doesn't include healing something. And a lot of damage was done because of your neglect. A lot. And now BBJ is having to go through the long process of healing. And she is healing, thank goodness. She's in better hands where it can actually happen. It's so sad that it didn't happen with you because you were too busy feeding your face and being narcissistic and self-absorbed and all about your own gratification. So sad those things couldn't happen with you, and you were the owner. You were the one who should have cared the most, and you cared the least. You cried more over losing your ring than you did about the harm to your own pets. That is so shameful. So shameful. So you're wrong. She's not exploiting at all. She's not exploiting. The cat is in the care of her relations. She's providing the medical care. She's paying for it. BBJ is where she needs to be, where she should be. And that's not with you. Same thing with Sam.
You can't deny refusing me to take the cat to the vet when I offered to, when I said I was taking her.
We knew what you were going to do if you did that. You said many times what your plans were, and nobody wanted that. But you wanted that because that was the quickest, easiest way out where all of your neglect would be hidden. Thank God it wasn't. Thank God people can see the monster that you really are.
And then go and take her to the vet and expose all the health problems for views.
You exploited your own cats for views. How many times did you bring them on camera as a ploy to connect with other pet parents, other animal lovers? You know that's why you did it. Oh, look at my pretty cats. You were deliberately hooking in people who loved animals, who were pet parents, hooking them into to being part of your audience, using the cats that way. You exploited your pets for that. And then when you moved on to men, they were no longer useful because you found something that can get you more money and more attention. After you did that, the cats were just props that you didn't want to use anymore for your show.
And then prolong her life like you did with your dogs. You have 2 dead dogs under your name.
And you've got 2 neglected cats to your name. How about that?
People are calling me a cat killer. Which cat did I kill? Yeah, Rick, I would rather euthanize BBJ than give it to her. Absolutely. Because
see, she just admitted it. I would rather do this to the cat rather than give it to her. So there you go. That was the plan. Thank God it didn't happen.
You know what? All that revealed, all those vet tests revealed, was that she's suffering. So with severe arthritis, a heart murmur, everything else, you're going to keep her alive?
Yep, because all that stuff is treatable. All that stuff is treatable and healable and manageable. No reason for her to meet her end.
Nice. You're the animal abuser. You are. I would never. And if that makes me a bad person, and anyway, she's such an idiot. I'm going to save BBJ. No, you're going to save your wallet. I'm going to save BBJ. Save her from what? Old age? Are you God? Can you prolong her life? No. It's about quality of life, not just, okay, this can be cured. Just like you did with your dogs, huh? You shoved pills down their throat.
She's so vile. She's so incredibly vile. Ladies and gentlemen, my audience, I ask you, what person who cares about animals, who is a pet parent, would ever take the unfortunate end of somebody else's pets and throw that in their face this way. Anybody with half a heart would never do that. If you've experienced having a pet and losing a pet, unfortunately, knowing the pain of it, the loss, the grieving, would you ever think of throwing that into somebody else's face, even if you don't like them? No, this one would though, because she's heartless.
all day long. And how did that happen? How did that work out for you? You ended up having to euthanize your dog. So really, you just made them suffer for nothing, which you're doing with BBJ. Because to have to look at your face every single day is suffering. Or to have to spend a single day with your stupid, demented sister-in-law.
See, all of the stuff that she's saying, she's basically kicking the hornet's nest. She's kicking at French Fry Girl because she wants French Fry Girl to react to her. She's kicking at the audience, people who might be watching, because she wants people to get mad and send her hate super chats. As I said, she's not creative. She's not known for creative ideas or being interesting. She knows how to tick people off and get money out of people that way. That's what this is about. Let me be the most offensive person ever. Let me say hateful things in a bid to make money to keep my man happy.
Mm. Oh, I'm having plasma transfusions. Not a single good-looking hater. Seriously, name one. Sarah Jane? Farida? Ozzy Osbourne? T and Sass? Ryan Moody? Just boozing? Name one.
I beg to differ. I've seen the faces of some of the reactors. You've got some very attractive people in the reaction community. Just because they won't show it themselves to you doesn't mean they don't exist. Trust me, there's plenty.
None. FFG? We don't know what just saying looks like, but she sounds like Marge, number 5, so we know she's not. Kaya? What is it about accusing people of having random STDs that they don't have? Where's my herpes? Where? Meanwhile, you have a whole Jupiter growing in the middle of your head. Worry about yourself. I don't start fights, I finish them. Exactly. I didn't even know they were saying that, but who cares? At least you have a ring and he loves you. Like, literally went out and got the ring before you came back. They're all just mean. Yeah, thanks, Blacks. We actually went to, like, pick it out together. Chef crap, yeah. Ew. Can we get Stella on Stream Thing if I liked it and put a pretty ring on it while holding her hand? Hi, Jamie. We're just talking about pathetic haters. Oh, okay. Hold on. Chantal is boring. Proceed to spend the last 2 days making reaction videos and comment nonstop on her. These people need to touch grass. Literally, the second I put something out, somebody will just and I know when I say things in my videos, they're going to take that and twist it like the moon comment. If you took the time to...
Yeah, that's another thing that Solid did. Throwing shade at Chantal. He called her his moon, and that's a reference to her moon face because she's getting bigger. There's really no completely polite way to say it. She's gaining weight, she's getting bigger, and she's getting the moon face. Like her face is just getting completely round. And he said he called her that. And like I said, that's not a compliment, Chantal. So he called you basically a moon face. He's pinching your cheeks. He barely touches you. When you hold hands with him, he doesn't want to interlace his fingers with yours. I mean, the guy wants nothing to do with you.
To do any research, like you take the time to obsess about my life, the moon is a romantic symbol. There's so many songs about the moon. One of my favorite songs is about the moon and comparing it to his lover, who's thin. So again, like I don't understand, like people just projecting they hate themselves because they're overweight, or I don't know. Okay, does anyone else find Goldwater Rule interviewing Chantel's neighbors? He did? What neighbors? What a loser. He's such an egghead. He's another one who neglects his wife to obsess about my life. How do you like that? Your wife is a cuckold because you spend more time on me and my life than her. You think you're going to be a big news broadcasting system? He tries to be all professional too with his little setup, that freaking egghead weasel. Oh, okay. Yeah, people are so invasive and they think that's okay and then wonder why I'm mad. Like, put yourself in my shoes. Seriously, put yourself in my Skechers, or FFG's crappy, dirty Adidas shoes. Which my Skechers are a lot better than your crappy cut off Adidas loser shoes. Thank you. Talking about how I smell. You look like you look like you smell. You did smell like an ashtray. You did. She works at college and charter school in PA. Okay, baby, screenshot that.
What happened?
Okay, somebody send me that information. Thank you.
And you're going to do what with it? And you're going to do what with it? So you're basically, this is like the second time you basically asking your audience for information. And you're going to do what with it? I'm telling you, Chantal, you're walking on thin ice. Keep going.
FFG tried to make content watching some young. It's okay for them to be invasive like this, though. See how they don't like it when the shoe's on the other foot, right? They don't like it. They don't like whenever they can go real life and me. She can post all my bankruptcy information
That was public information.
with all of my personal information. No problem.
That was public record.
No problem at all. Nobody bats an eye. Actually, they're made heroes for it. But me, when I want to forward this bullying information to her job, not okay. Not at all. I'm not allowed to be invasive. Okay. No, no. We'll see. If she tried to make content watching some young guy living in a van, it was so boring. Yeah, she was like lusting over him. But you have a man, really. So your man's a cuckold? Like, if I was lusting over some guy in front of Salah, that would not fly.
Ma'am, round one, when you were in Kuwait, you went into Natter's chat room. You remember Natter, right? The guy that you say hurt you severely? That one. You actually went into his chat room and you were telling Dee Dee, I could come take your man anytime I want. Doing this while you were a newly married woman. And then when you went back to Canada, you were wearing the heart necklace, and we all know what that means. It means that you're still connected to Natter. And he was showing up with new groceries quite a lot. So were you buying him groceries, Chantal? You still paying for the phone bill? This person that you say hurt you? Let's tell the real truth. You're with Salah because he's the eye candy. But you're still connected to Natter. You're trying to hold on to both. Let's see how that works out for you. My cards were saying it's not going to work out very well.
You don't have a man. You don't have one. On Valentine's Day, you went and hung out with Shannon. Shannon to make me mad. I'm always on your brain.
And you were raging on Valentine's Day, so there you go. Again, you can't throw shade without bigger shadows being cast on you. You're trying to make it seem like two women hanging out together it's a bad thing. Just two women talking, having a good time, that's a bad thing, Chantal? Having a good time? When is the last time you've hung out with somebody as a friend and just had a good time without being severely screwed up? So two women can't hang out together, just have a good time, laugh, all that. But what you were doing on Valentine's Day, you were raging. You wouldn't stop raging. So you weren't exactly having the most romantic time on that day either.
I feel flattered, but you can lay off, okay? Because I know you think you're winning right now. Just wait. Just wait. Yeah, the camper guy. Nobody watched. 5,000 views. Big deal. Nobody gives a crap about her and her ugly mug.
Y'all see this, right? So she's trying to throw shade at Frenchie with her views. I want y'all to notice something. Look down here. Look right here. Look how many views her video got, this rage video. Normally when she does a live stream and it's a rage, it gets more than normal views. Yet look where we are. 5.1K views. This was 2 hours ago. Just 2 hours ago. So, yeah, you're criticizing somebody else's content, but your content isn't exactly bringing in the views, Chantal.
Howie, it's public information where she works, actually, so it's fine. Um, yeah, it's so weird and invasive. Like, what neighbors? What are the? My neighbors don't even know me. Like, seriously, do I have to expose my neighbors actually now, or what? Because I can. Because I've heard some pretty weird things coming from there. Oh my God, Goldwater rule: take your egghead, take your wife out for dinner. Go live your life, you weirdo. You creepy, obsessed weirdo. He was the same one who wanted to have a convention fan meetup. You're all disgusting, creepy, obsessed fans. I think her whole deal is trying to make you look like the worst pet owner ever, no matter what comes out. Really, I think she's a horrible person. Exactly. Exactly. She really is the lowest form of person to do that, to get your whole family involved on stealing a cat by deception.
Nobody stole anything. You willingly gave the cat up. It was either willingly give the cat up or the cat would meet its end. You willingly gave the cat up. And I think you are still salty about the fact that Frenchie put the offer on the table. She would take the cat for $3,000 and sign a non disclosure agreement. You refused, and she got BBJ anyway. Her family got BBJ anyhow, and you didn't get $3,000. And there's no NDA. So she's free to say what she wants. I'm sure you're really salty about that.
You're sick. You're just sick. And I love how they don't think that what goes around comes around. People, oh, and you know what? Again, I'll say it again. She's like a cockroach. She's untouchable because I don't do crap to anybody but defend myself. I don't do these things. I don't steal people's cats. I don't go online and
No, the reason why nothing has happened to you thus far is you've just been extremely lucky that you haven't been caught. It's not that you haven't done anything bad. It's just that you haven't been caught at doing anything bad. There's a difference. You cannot claim innocence here, Chantal. You have done bad stuff, you just haven't gotten caught. But see, karma is fantastic because you can go through life and maybe physically not get caught, but karma will always catch you no matter where you go, no matter where you travel, no matter how far you go. Karma will always catch up to you. You're in Kuwait. You went all the way to Kuwait to escape your problems, but karma can follow you there too. Do you feel her? She's coming up right behind you. She's getting off the airplane. She's got your number. Yeah, you're already feeling the effects. You're cranky. You're mad. You're salty. Yep, that's her. You're getting the waft of truth and reality about to hit you. It's not going to be pretty.
try to ruin someone's reputation. And actually, that is defamation. I have such a strong defamation case against this bitch. Honestly, sorry for my language, but like seriously, using stealing my cat to use it to paint me as a cat abuser is defamation. When it's
No one stole anything if you filmed a video showing yourself willingly handing the cat over to somebody. How is that theft? Your own videos work against you, Chantal. That's the beautiful part. Your own videos work against you. It proof that nobody stole anything.
not true. Like, of course, a 21-year-old cat. Have you kept your dogs alive that long? No. So I must have been doing something right. He actually drove to interview her neighbors. Are you serious? Oh my god, another loser like who needs to like have legal repercussions, I guess. Oh my god. Like these people are ridiculous. They go way too far. French fries gunt is racist and her voice makes us puke. Like we heard her through Yo Mama's thing. I find Yo Mama's funny sometimes, but I'm not 700 pounds, buddy. Okay, thanks. I'm 350.
No, you're not. You're in the 500s and you know it. See, I don't understand. Like I said, you are a woman of a much bigger size, but you won't admit to being of a much bigger size. Why? I don't get it. Help me here. Your channel is about catering to the feeders, correct? You have a problem with food, but for you, in your mind, it's not a problem because it's how it's making you money. So your channel is all about catering to the feeder. You're catering to the feeders. And the feeders are all about you eating food and gaining weight. And you are gaining weight and you are eating. If you admitted your true weight, they would probably love it. So why are you like crossing lanes? Why are you catering to these feeders and trying to find enablers to keep that habit going? At the same time, you're denying what you are. I mean, pick a lane, Chantal. Stop swerving all over the road.
Okay, half of that. Thank you.
Nah, now 500s or more.
But he calls everybody 900 pounds. Anyway, they're insane blocks. You have no idea. And I try to ignore it. I do.
Just to give you guys a reference, when she was with BB, the last true weigh-in that she did, she was 377 pounds. That's when she was with BB. Okay. You can look at pictures and screenshots from when she was with BB, how she looked then compared to how she looks now. She's gotten a lot bigger. And I will acknowledge that when she was with Natter, she did lose some weight because she was doing the party favors, but then she gained all that weight back. So if her weight was close to 400 then with BB, imagine what it is now.
I try to just bees and live my life. But then people go and do shit like this. Like I know her voice. If we had to hear it on Yo Mama, it's like I don't know how people listen to that. Like unless you're exactly the same as her. I'm going to report that video when I see it. It's like I told the person who wrote a book length comment on my video to you. When you hate someone, they live in your mind. So there's lots of people that have you living in. Of course, Adelaide, it's ridiculous. Why wasn't Sam in such poor conditions? BBJ is elderly. Sam was fine. His nails are fine. Everything. Ew, flop. Really? You're just trolling. I should block you for that comment. Kidding. I'm tired of the cat story. FFG just used it for views and money. And now she's exploiting poor BBJ.
The reason why she's tired of the cat story is because she knows that if it continues, it's going to do further damage to her channel. She lost 1,500 people because of it, because of giving away Sam and then everything coming out with BBJ. So she's trying to squash it as quickly as possible by creating a diversion point. Let's talk about the reactors instead and how awful they are. Yeah, she's the queen of diversion, but this is her way of pivoting out of tight corners.
Okay. And you're all collectively abusing her, even though you think you're doing the best thing for her.
What?
Yeah, that's what she wants. She wants hero status now for saving BBJ. She's going to milk it. And people are dumb, and they're going to give her their hard-earned money.
You know what? I don't want to hear any more from you that way. Because during that whole situation with Natter, weren't you milking the subjects of DV and SA? You were for over a year. Milked them to death, even though you haven't experienced either one. So you want to talk about exploiting something, milking something? You're the queen of it. You'll find anything and everything that will make you money. You'll bring it on camera and exploit the crap out of it. Even your own pets. You even talked about doing a live cam with the hamster. Imagine that, buying a pet just for the sole purpose of exploiting it, trying to get money out of it. That is you. That is you all day.
For that. Have fun. Whatever. You're ridiculous. Couldn't be me.
It's been you.
They need to have their face rubbed in it, Sharon, right? It's stalking and pathetic. Yeah, it is. To go to my neighbors? What? I don't know how people watch her. I tried but couldn't get through a video. I don't know. Uh-uh. Exactly. All of these people will appearance shame and she won't come up. Exactly. You saw her at the fashion show. She was the most hideous one there. Again, hate makes you ugly. I don't have hate in my heart. I defend myself. But at the end of the day, I don't give a
Right. You don't have hate in your heart because you have no heart.
crap about these people. These people have like personal vendettas in their heart against me. For what? For not liking how you treat me? For speaking up and calling out your crap? People don't like the truth. And the truth is, she's a bigger liar than me, and you're supporting that. That's ridiculous. I've proved everything that I've been accused of lying about, right? Right? I told you. I lost my ring. I proved it with the voice note, with the date. Um, Further proved it, and the deleted scenes I had to leave out because I didn't know what to say about my ring because people are vultures. So I had to really think.
You know what? What is so hard about being truthful from the jump? Why not just say, look, I lost my ring. I lost it. Why not? The truth is so much simpler. When you lie, you tell the lie. And then you have to think of 100 more lies to back up the first lie versus just telling the truth and being done with it.
About what I wanted to tell people, and I needed that time. Excuse me. I have to watch you on your own channel because I can't stand watching you on her channel. Kyla, it shouldn't even be that. Like, YouTube shouldn't even allow this. Either you make your own content or you make a valid, educated criticism on somebody here and there, or you shut your big fat trap and do your own content. Like, that's how it should be. Kaya was silent e-begging again. I know, I love how Monty too. I love how he has the nerve to accuse me of buying Salah's ring, basically calling my man a broke person. When
He is.
he then
You know, look, I don't know Salah. I don't know his business. But I'm just following the trail of logic and reason here. If Salah did not need money, if he were the successful person that Chantal once told us he was, why would he hook up with her? She's offensive, she's vulgar, she's feral, she's gross. Obviously, he's not into her. Why else would he put up with her? There has to be a reason, and the reason is money, because she's giving him money, and he knows he can get it out of her. The same reason why Natter was around Chantal, not because he was deeply in love with her and enthralled with her, but because he knew he could milk her for money, and he got it out of her. I'm just following the pattern of behavior here. She knows how offensive she is. She knows how repulsive she is. And she tries to make up for it by throwing money at men. She tries to buy men. She rents men, essentially. Well, you get what you pay for. If you rent something, that means you don't completely own it. And when it comes to people, you cannot own a person no matter how much money you pay them, Chantal. As long as you keep paying, they'll stick around. But the moment you're broke or you stop paying, they're gone. And from my understanding, all that Salah has to do is get a certain amount in his bank account and he can sponsor himself. He doesn't need you. He's already stated he wants to come to Canada. You knowing that, you don't want to bring him to Canada because you don't want him to have the freedom to go and do what he wants. You think that by keeping him away from Canada, he'll just be stuck with you. Not true. He's going to go out on his own. Before he does that, though, he's going to milk you for all it's worth. He'll put up with you for as long as he can, and then once he's done, he's done. And you're going to be alone, and you're going to be crying and raging, and you will deserve it. Yes, you will.
drops his Cash App link. Seriously. Oh my gosh. I mean, I know your Coke bottle prescription is expensive, but sorry that was mean, but Christina Corruption, welcome to Ruby Shippies. Welcome. Girl, water, not soda. I'm just for today. Anyway, I didn't pieces. It's the same where I'm from. Moon is a compliment and sort. Someone calling a grape and a cherry. Really? No, Angela. Of course I don't hate you. My hillbilly living in Oklahoma. You're a good person, Angela. I don't hate you. I just don't like people who bully me. Imagine things from Chantel's point of view. How Dream insulted Ditas. No, he's not with him right now, Howie. Did you ever go to the police station?
Okay, I want to address this comment by Pea and Vinegar saying nobody can know or see anything of Kaya's. Her house, her partner, her camper, her tiny nothing. She's an imposter as far as I'm concerned. You know what, Vinegar? It's called respecting your partners and respecting your privacy. It's about respect. Kaya's not about that life of exploiting her partner, whoever her partner might be, or her home or anything else. I mean, she's keeping parts of her life private. That's the way it should be done. If you're on YouTube and you have a channel, you can show as much or as little as you want based on what makes you feel comfortable. But if you have people or things in your life that you love and that you care about, you're not going to expose them to it because YouTube can be quite vicious. Chantal may be comfortable with exploiting everything and exposing everything, but some people have much more sense in their head than to expose everything and put it in full public view. So,
Yeah. You read bees. I always watch you for comfort. Really? Thank you. That's sweet. Oh yeah, the power balls. I left them at my mom's. I had one. I let my mom try one, and then I just left them there, Howie.
by the way, guys, I am so sorry. The house that I'm in, there seems to be a fire alarm or some a fire alarm. I'm sorry, like a smoke alarm that's beeping. So if you hear that in the background, I'm in my room right now and I can't really fix it.
I'm starting a reaction commentary channel, just waiting on my logo and intro outro. Really, Jamie? Let us know. I'll support you 100%. Kaya this is let's imitate Kaya. Taking care of her two dogs. I've taken care of my cats. That's the thing. Like seriously, BBJ would not be alive today. Like in any video in my past, my cat's totally fine. She's 21. She's on death's door. She's gonna die soon.
No, she's not. She's thriving. See, that's where you're wrong. See, that's what you want yourself to believe. That way you can justify her meeting her end. She is not there. She's gaining weight, which proves that you weren't giving proper food. She's on a renal diet. She's doing well. She wasn't doing well with you, but she's doing well where she's at. So if she were like you say, then she would not be thriving and she wouldn't be gaining weight.
Honestly, I wish I put her out of her misery. I don't care how harsh that sounds. I believe in euthanasia.
See, there we go again. And this is why the sister-in-law, the brother-in-law who picked up BBJ, they were adamant about Foodie not taking the cat to the vet because you're listening to her right now. She keeps doubling down on what she was going to do. Why would anybody who wants to make sure that an innocent animal doesn't meet their end, why would they let her take the cat to the vet, knowing what she has in her mind already? Like it's not even a question of this or that. With Chantal, it was always that. Let's take the quick, easy way out. Let's bury my dirty secrets so that nobody will know about them. It didn't work. It did not work. Thank goodness it did not work. And she's angry about that. She's angry about people finding out how vile she is, how much of a monster she is.
Asia, she's suffering. Keeping her alive is abusing her just like you abused your poor dog. You're a horrible crap human and you
You know what I'm going to love, Chantal? Frenchie has said that there's not going to be constant updates about BBJ. She should be, living her life in peace. I agree with that. But I hope 5, 6 months down the road that a picture is shown of BBJ and she's gained a tremendous amount of weight. She looks like a whole different cat. Then we'll see what you have to say about her, having to be put down. Like, I'm sure she'll be a lot healthier, a lot happier. She's going to look completely different than what she does right now.
abused your dogs, okay? You abused your dogs, you killed your dogs.
No, she didn't.
And your whole family's sick in the head. Your brother, your sister-in-law, your dad, all pathetic loser people, all trash, all trash. If you sit there and hate on somebody collectively as a family, seriously, like I said, they go to Red Lobster on a Sunday and
What's wrong with Red Lobster?
talk about me. Imagine.
This one talking bad about Red Lobster. Remember when she had the lobster mac and cheese?
Can you pass the tartar sauce? So how about that fat bee? Like what? Can you imagine this conversation on a family dinner?
Can you imagine the conversation with Chantal being Sala, sitting her complaining all day about the reaction channels and calling people beezers? Almost 40-year-old woman using toddler language, calling people beezers. How embarrassing that is.
Hi, Breezes. I think the emoji in the text had a side ponytail. Hi, Rhonda. Don't forget FFG skips out on rent everywhere she lives. Lots of court records out there.
Again, can't throw shade without casting shadows. I'm not in Frenchie's business, but let me bring something up to you, Chantal. You're running away from your taxes. You're about $60,000 in debt. Do you really have any room to criticize anybody else and anything they might have gone through, past or present, any financial hardships they might have endured? No. No. You're an idiot. You put yourself in debt and you're running to another country to try to get away from it. So you don't have room to talk.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's closet is clean. So this is what makes me rage, is the disbelief that these
Not raging. This rage is a joke. You're not raging. You're complaining. You are kicking the hornet's nest because you want the reaction channels to talk about you. You're trying to drum up views by being as offensive and hateful as possible. You're even asking for people's personal information because you think you're untouchable. You're playing a very dangerous game, Chantal. You are the walking embodiment of money does not buy happiness. And some people are so broke, all they have is money. That's you. That is so you. You're the walking 7 deadly sins, every single one of them. And you've been cocky and arrogant far too long, and you're going to fall, karmically speaking, from a high place. And it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. But the only thing you have going on for yourself right now, the only thing that you have to your name is that paycheck. You might want to protect it because, like I said, it's gone. Sala's gone. Everything's gone.
people have the nerve, you know? I love that you were there with sexy Sala in the room next to you. So many of the trolls were saying he would ghost you. Wrong again. Where were they wrong again? Yeah, they were wrong about everything. Everything. We're not going to Canada. We're not going to Canada ever. So
No, of course not, because she's too insecure and jealous. She does not want him where there might be attractive women around that she can't control. His eyes are going to be everywhere. Are you kidding me? He's going to be looking around. I'm not saying there aren't pretty women in Kuwait. I'm sure there are. but just, she's very insecure, very, very insecure. She doesn't want him to be in a place where he's got a lot more freedom. She wants him to have less freedom. The more she can control him, the better she feels.
So he's with me for what? My citizenship? Hmm.
Nope, money. Straight up money. He wouldn't be there if you weren't paying him.
Pretty funny. Which one is it? I can't sponsor him, or he's with me for my citizenship. Take your pick. Which one is it today? I don't care if you don't like that I'm smug. I have a right to be smug because you're stupid. So if you stop being stupid, I'll stop being smug. Deal?
No, you'll always be smug and you'll always be stupid.
Christina. Thank you, Christina.
So you can tell this is not a real rage. Because like I said, if you're really, really angry, you're not smiling. You're not fairly calm. This is not a real rage. We've seen Foodie really, really mad. This ain't it. This ain't it. This is strictly for clickbait. She clickbaited everybody with titling it as a rage.
I have a feeling the worst of it's not over. I still have to go through a lot of crap. Obviously, I still have to grow as a person because I cannot control my rages sometimes,
This isn't a rage though.
you know? But Yo Mama's new song, Sala and I were dying. I never killed an elderly person. I just beat them with a metal chair, okay? They were literally making fun of some random lady they found on YouTube because you hadn't posted. You people are sick in the head, and you're all going to hell. Thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah, the dream, the one on FFG. Yeah. Hey, Vans Peasers. PNV Kaya uses her dog Simon as a stud, but he's not appropriate for breeding. Honestly, I'm not doing pets anymore. Other than
Then why do you have a hamster?
Harry, which I'm going to show you in a minute. He's a little sneak. He can get out of his cage. And that big playpen I bought for him, he can climb it. I'm not happy about this. I was hoping I could open it, let him roam free, but no. I have to watch him. I will support. Yes. Laganja, the food is good. These people have no room to talk about looks. Look at Chokes on Dick profile picture. I'll do a side pony when I cover her. Yes, and don't forget the 2 packs of darts. And the minions are like, oh, the money is for vet bills, yet they also state how many views FFG gets and how she has more money than you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You're all complicit in BBJ abuse.
Keep trying, Chantal. Keep trying. It ain't working. Keep trying. It ain't working. Ain't working no more. People are complicit. No, people are supporting her getting the care that she needs. You were the one that was complicit because you knew some of the things that were going on with BBJ. You did not take her back to the vet. People actually paid for the vet visits. You still didn't take her. You didn't provide proper food. You're always running out of food. You even had pretty litter and the litter wasn't being changed. There was stuff all over the house.
Especially subjecting to living with that loser. That troll detective person, people don't even care that they were like, they're completely racist. They're the biggest liar. Like, who makes, like, I haven't made up a lie like this since elementary school. Like, like they got called out for, like, they revealed themselves as being this old, fat, bitter, lonely woman as usual, like all haters and all reaction channels. They're pretending to be a man, by the way. And now they're saying it's the mother-in-law. That's the one thing I agree with Monty on. It's ridiculous. Like, and people are like, "Oh yeah, your mother-in-law is so funny." Just like FFG's fake boyfriend. You people are so willing to be blind to all of these lies that are being told to you for the sake of hating me. Like, when I'm just trying to live my life. It's really.
I'm just going to give you some simple fact here, Foodie. Even if there were no reaction channels based on your behavior, people would still wouldn't like you. If people dislike you, it's not because the reaction channels told them to dislike you. No, it's your behavior. You produce the content on your channel. You set the tone for everything. Your channel has never been about positive or creative or inspirational content. People dislike you for a reason, and that's because you made yourself into the proverbial bad guy and you embrace that role. You love it. Positive to you is boring. Negative is exciting. You find it enchanting, so you run with that. It reminds me so much of being young and growing up and watching professional wrestling on TV. When I was young, that's what I did. I got watching WWE, WCW, all that. You had the good guys, which were the baby faces, and then you had the heels, which were the bad guys. And you are the proverbial bad guy walking through the crowd, people booing you and saying things to you. And then you're smiling, walking to the ring and being the bad guy. You love that role. You absolutely love it.
Really weird.
So since you love it, don't complain about it.
It's really weird. Pathological. Like there's a lot of sick people out there, and unfortunately, they all have to come after me. Oh, lucky me. At least I'm not in the same country as these morons anymore, or even in the same hemisphere. Hmm. Oh yeah. Wasn't there a threat that I'm never going to come back to Kuwait because a certain someone was going to make sure of that? What are you going to do? I'm here.
Yeah, what of that? Allah said that if she came back to Kuwait, that he'd be filing a case on her. So step up to the plate, Allah.
Nobody know or see anything of Kai as her house, her partner, her camper, her tiny nothing. She's an imposter. She lives in a she shed.
And you don't have a house, so you can't talk. You don't even have a Motel 6 key and saying, this is my room. So who are you to criticize where anybody else lives? You're practically homeless. The place where you're living, that's not in your name. You can't own a residence there. As a matter of fact, because you're not a resident of Kuwait, because you still have your Canadian citizenship, you're going to have to bounce from place to place every 3 months just because you are not a citizen.
12-year-old hell. Hold on, guys. Therapy. I'll be changing my channeling. Okay, Jamie. We got you. Beezer's got you. All the Beezers should start channels reacting to these morons. Let's create our own little community.
Bring it on. If the Beaters want to get involved, if they want to step into the ring and say some stuff, we might respond. We might, depending on what they say. But I'm telling you right now, like anybody that thinks about doing that, just understand, no matter who you are, no matter who you support, YouTube is vicious. It is vicious. It's one thing to be a viewer. It's another thing to be a reactor. Once you make a channel, that means anybody can react to you and they can say anything. So you step into the arena, know what you're going in for.
Christina corruption, jealous old ladies. Exactly. Exactly, Christina. You know what? Jealous of what? Okay, let's say what they're jealous of.
Trust me, Chantal, no one is jealous of you. I know you like to tell yourself that to make yourself feel better, but jealous of what? I mean, I keep asking the question, what about you would inspire jealousy? What do you have that other people don't have that they can't get? I really want to know. What do you have that is so awe-inspiring, that is so unreachable that only you can have it and no one else can? What's the answer to that question? Because I don't see anything.
Like everything. My life. The fact that I have somebody in my life that loves me.
which you pay for. Let's see, you got a fake husband that you pay for. Your health sucks. Your mobility sucks. You can barely move. What else? You're thousands of dollars in debt. You had to run to another country to get away from the debt. You don't have a tight circle of friends. You gave up your family, your pets, your home for an idiot that you're paying for. I mean, what exactly about you is it that would inspire jealousy?
You clearly don't. If you had love in your life, you wouldn't have to beat up on other people for content. Plain and simple. Like this egghead who drove to interview my neighbors. Did you take your wife on a romantic holiday to Ottawa to do that? Like what? Did you go sniff the villa door? Like you people are creeps. Baby, this weirdo egghead went to interview my neighbors who don't even know me. I've like never met them, maybe once. Kai's a scammer. Wonder when her daycare will catch on. Ew. She's another one. I can't stand her voice. She just sits there. Um, I'm just saying.
Making fun of Kaya's voice. Chantal, you're like, you, madam, you are 38 years old. And the way you talk, you sound like a 14, 15-year-old. Every other word is like. It's so annoying. You're talking like a valley girl, and you're not a valley girl. You're 38 years old going on 15. And I'm sure there are some 15-year-olds that act and sound a lot more mature than you. What 38-year-old woman goes running around using the word bees? I mean, it's ridiculous and it's stupid. And the overuse of the word baby, talking about your husband. Ridiculous. Embarrassing.
I'm just saying. Like I don't know how people listen to this. I don't. I don't. It couldn't be me.
And yet it is you, because there you are imitating her, and clearly you watch her live streams.
Cabbage Patch Kids, yes. Her FFG and the other trailer park trash and her girlfriend Yaba, they all look like Cabbage Patch Kids.
And what exactly do you look like right now? In your 3-day-old clothing that you haven't changed in days. What exactly do you look like?
I even wrote you on your Instagram and followed you there. Thank you, Snow White. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nobody wants me to be happy because they're miserable. Did we lose the lawyer from Africa via?
No, it doesn't matter if we want you to be happy. Your happiness is your business. If you want to be happy for you, the only one that can make that happen is you. But you don't want to be happy. You want to be miserable. You want to run away from your problems. You want to escape them rather than solve them. That is entirely under your control. You can sit there and blame shift onto the reaction channels and saying they're the reason why I'm not happy. No, you're the reason why you're not happy. You keep making bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. You know, you're on the path that you put yourself on. It's not anything to do with us. We're just here to report the news. That's it.
Baby. Yeah, she totally flipped out like a psycho. Like over a joke, which I explained was a joke. Now I see what people are saying about you. What? Oh yeah, right. Kaya Simon sitting in her bathroom screaming into the camera while dressed in a onesie, shorts, romper, and showing off her green sparkle eyeshadow has no reason. We were both just tired, so we'll go tomorrow. Start dropping bombs. I'm just, of course, she's sniping. What? You can't take care of your daughter right now? Like, why are you like the minute? How do they know the minute I start talking about them?
Well, it's called notifications, Chantal. When you go live, there's a notification on YouTube to let people know you go live. That's how they know. Pretty simple, actually.
Like, imagine having children This is not talking about people's children, by the way. It's talking about um, their parent, like they're being moral people responsible for a human life, and yet where do people have time if they have families and kids to fat shame and bully somebody online all day? Where? Hmm? Just Susan, you're an elderly person beater. You're disgusting.
Okay, you know what, guys? Listen, she's got another hour plus to this live stream. You guys get the gist. She's just here to kick the hornet's nest. She's doing it to try to solicit hate super chats. She's doing it to get the reaction channels to talk about her and respond to her. And that's way she has a reason to faux rage for the next live stream. She's trying to get channels to fight with each other or go against each other. I mean, there's a myriad of reasons at work here. It's all about her putting money into her pocket because we know that she needs money. She's always going to need money. She's going to be around Sala. Sala's going to want more money out of her. So, again, she's not about the creative content. She's all about the content that's controversial, that's offensive, and makes her money. And so she's going to offend in every way possible. So that's it. So that is it for this react. I'm going to cut it off here. She's just being salty, bitter, mad, angry, cranky. We don't need to see anymore. If there's anything of note, I will include it in the next react. But I thank you all for being here with here tonight. And I hope you all have a great evening. Bye bye.